Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And January is coming to an end, so that means another wrap-up video. So in this video, we're going to take a look back at January, see how I did on the goals that I set for myself, and then take a look forward to February and see what new goals we can set or some goals we can reset. And so with that being said, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and let's begin. So for the month of January, I set some 2020 goals. 2021 goals in general. So that was basically the Wheel of Time series and the Dune series. I want to see if I can get through as much of it as possible. So I wanted to start in January with the Wheel of Time series, The Eye of the World being the first book in the series. So I started it and I'm listening to it on audiobook, so I'm a little bit of ways through it, but I'm having a little trouble getting into it, and I personally think that's because the older fantasy style. It's not so much like modern contemporary fantasy, like how Brandon and a lot of other writers like basically have no style, like very contemporary writing. So that kind of older writing, old classic fantasy writing, I'll call it, I guess, it's a little tougher for me to get into. So I've been like ADDing away from it and just doing other stuff consistently. So that basically slowed down the progress on that. So I'm going to basically push off finishing that in sometime in February. So I guess in February I'm going to have 4 main books that I'm going to try to get through. So apart from just in general though the writing style issue that I had with it, the other reason that was kind of distracting me from it is all through pretty much January I've been painting a lot more than usual. Apart from these 2 paintings that I have on the wall, which is my version of Zeth and Kaza, I have been starting to work on some giant canvases. So a lot of these paintings on these much larger canvases tend to take more time, so I was kind of wrapped up in that, so it kind of led me to procrastinate a little bit more on the listening and all that stuff. So apart from the beginning of the Wheel of Time series, I also wanted to get through start the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown, and I have finished that first book and the first 2 volumes of the prequel, and the review for the prequel and the first book can be found here on the channel. So I got through that one nicely, and I'm going to start Golden Sun here shortly. Apart from Red Rising, I also wanted to see if I could finish Bones of the Past, the second book in the Villain's Code series that Drew Hayes is working on. But that book is a fairly solid book, and I've been distracted with painting and like trying to get through Wheel of Time and stuff like that as well. So I haven't quite finished that, but that review is forthcoming. It'll be down the path a little bit. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all my goals that I have for January as far as getting through new material. So I'm a little slowed on my Wheel of Time get through, but I think I can probably get, because I'm listening to the audiobooks now, so I think I can probably get through 2 of them in February. I know at some point if I just sit down and kind of listen to it, I will get drawn into it. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. So that'll do it for the books that I was trying to get through in January. As you can see on the channel, I definitely got through more reviews than I did new books. So apart from those new reviews and things that I got on the channel, I want to say thank you to the new subscribers that we have here on the channel. We've now passed the 250 mark, which is 1 step closer to 300. That'll be a nice new milestone. So I don't really have any good ideas for what we can do for 300 as a milestone, so give me some ideas in the comments down below. Right now I'm thinking about a possible movie reaction to one of the books that I want to read for February, which is Salem's Lot. So let's talk about some of the ideas, some of the books that I want to get through in February, and some of the reviews I want to get up on the channel as well. So as I said, I want to read, listen, and watch Salem's Lot. So I've gotten through a lot of Stephen King books, but this one is a very well connected book in his like multiverse, but I haven't like read it or seen it or listened to it at all, so which is kind of sacrilege for somebody like me, as big as of a King fan as I am. So I have to rectify that as soon as possible. So that's going to be top of the list for February. By the time I get through that, I'm thinking whenever we hit 300, we'll do a movie reaction for it. So let me know if you like that idea. Let me know in the comments down below. So apart from getting into more Stephen King stuff, starting with Salem's Lot, I also want to start R.A. Salvatore's Demon War saga. So I'm going to start off with The Demon Awakes. It's the first book in the first trilogy because the series is set up kind of like how Brandon Sanderson did Mistborn. It has 2 trilogies that takes place in 2 very different time periods. So I'm going to start on those, and it'll basically be the buffer between Era 1 and Era 2, because we just finished Mistborn. So apart from starting the Demon War saga and getting into Salem's Lot, I also want to continue going through the Eye of the World. I really do want to see if I can get through the entire Wheel of Time series in a year. So in general, for the month of February, I want to have 4 main books that I want to get through. So I want to finish the first Wheel of Time book, The Eye of the World. So that's definitely top priority. And then after that, I want to get through the Demon Wars beginning, The Demon Awakes. And then after that, it'll be Salem's Lot. I honestly don't know the order of flux, but it'll all like live in February. So that'll be the primary, like, actual reading and listening that I'll be doing, apart from still trying to get through Bones of the Past. So there's like quite a lot of that. So to sum up, for February, I'm going to focus on 4 main books. That'll be The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan, the first book in the Wheel of Time series, and Salem's Lot by Stephen King, as well as Bones of the Past by Drew Hayes, the second book in the Villain Code series, and also The Demon Awakens by R.A. Salvatore, the first book in the Demon War saga. So those will be what I'm primarily focusing on, along with uploading multiple other reviews of different books, and definitely a whole lot more coverage of the Cosmere, because the next Cosmere book I want to talk about is Mistborn's Secret History, so we can know what was going on behind the scenes during the last 2 books in the first trilogy. So definitely stick around for that. So with that being said, I want to say a huge thank you to all the new subscribers that have joined the channel. Thank you and welcome. So remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I will talk to you all next time. Peace.